There has been a growing trend of discontent with President William Ruto's latest decisions among the ODM insiders, and this points to the idea that the ODM party leader Raila Odinga might be feeling abandoned, and as a result of President Ruto's laxity on his AU candidature bid. Top ODM politicians closer to Raila Odinga now believe that after they successfully participated in the impeachment of the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, they no longer see the Ruto administration consistently lobbying for Raila's African Union candidature. Now, I'm convinced that Raila Odinga is feeling discontented with how President William Ruto has of late been handling his African Union chairmanship candidature, and for this reason, he is working behind the curtains to see to it that the president is removed from office by impeachment, as has been confirmed by Saboti Member of Parliament Caleb Hamisi. Here's the tip.
Is when the members of Parliament report to Parliament next week, the Gen Z needs to force those members to impeach the president. And any member of Parliament who will not vote for impeachment of the president, they occupy their homes. That's the only way. This war must now turn to the members of Parliament, and they force them. If I bring a vote of no confidence against the President William Ruto, I expect 349 members of Parliament to support me. If they don't support me, then their homes are occupied. They need to force members of Parliament to impeach the President. That's what we need to do. We don't need to put Gen Zs on the streets to be killed. When we have a National Assembly to do what Gen Z are supposed to do, the Gen Zs have given us a platform. Now what is remaining is for members of Parliament to do the rest. Let us not put our children on the streets to be killed when we have members of Parliament who have the responsibility to impeach the President.
You know, top politicians always operate through proxies. President William Ruto impeached his Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua through proxies, who are the members of Parliament led by Mwengi Mutuse. So it will not be surprising to see the motion to impeach President William Ruto take shape, directed by Raila Odinga and tabled in Parliament by Caleb Hamisi. Homa Bay Town Member of Parliament Peter Kaluma has also expressed dissatisfaction with President Ruto's government, claiming that the president's cabinet does not have enough members from the Luo community.
In terms of the sharing of the cabinet, how many Luos do we already have? Because we are talking of interior largely because it is the vacant one.
But don't you already have?
I think we have one. We have one. And I'm just saying we could have more, if going by the ratios around.
You have one what?
You have one cabinet secretary that is Luo.
Yes.
So you want another one?
One member.
Yeah, we can have another one. We can have
You're saying there is one member of the cabinet
who is a Luo.
Out of the 25 cabinet members, one is Luo.
Yes.
Who's that?
That is Opio and I.
This sounds a little petty and childish, but this is how politics work. And statements like this cannot be ignored as they point towards a bigger uproar within the ODM coalition. I'm sure other ODM members of Parliament have also begun wondering whether President Ruto's commitment to campaigning for Raila Odinga for the African Union seat was a plot to hoodwink their leader or a deliberate national effort to bring the chairmanship seat to East Africa. We can also see that after President Ruto succeeded in impeaching his deputy, he has shifted his attention to other things, and we no longer see him lobby support for Kenya's candidate Raila Odinga. Saboti Member of Parliament Caleb Hamisi reconfirms the plot to remove President Ruto from office, and this further strengthens the idea that Raila Odinga is feeling betrayed by his handshake brother William Ruto.
Sasa tunataka wakati tumetoa mmoja wake, mimi ni mmoja ambaye tulipiga kura ya yes ili Gachagua aende Jubani. Sasa wale walikuwa wanakataa ati tusipige kura ya yes, ndio huyu alipiga, ndio huyu mmoja wao, ndio huyu amefika. Mimi niliuliza baba, sasa tunaenda kufanya vita za wengine. Sisi tulikuwa nataka hao wote waende nyumbani. Wewe unatutuma kuenda kuingilia kwa vita za wengine? Baba akasema kama mlikuwa mnataka wote waende nyumbani na mmoja ndio huyu amejitokeza, simfukuza huyu kwanza rais. Alafu tuandamane na huyu mwingine. Kwa sababu wakiwa pamoja sio rahisi kuwapeleka, si ndio? Sasa tumetafuta mmoja tumepeleka. Huyu mwingine achunge bwana. Amebaki bila nguo, kila kitu. Achunge sana. Sasa hiyo ndio kazi tulipewa na baba. Wale ambao mulikuwa mnasema kwa nini mnapiga Yesu, munisamee, nilifuata amri ya baba.
I think the government is well aware of this development and their efforts to counteract Odinga's influence in the country. For instance, senior economic advisor to the president, Moses Kuria, is burning the midnight oil, trying to woo Kenyans to be patient with the Ruto administration. You know, he understands the mood in the country, in the ground. He understands the bigger population that Raila Odinga controls. He knows that if Raila Odinga is discontented, he can marshal a half of the country into revolt. And so he turns to the common mwananchi, he pleading with the common mwananchi to support William Ruto's cause, despite the hard economic circumstances. Moses Kuria be like, miaka mbili mnashindwa kuvumilia kweli jamani? Here's the tip.
Sisi wote kama viongozi tumeshikana pamoja kufanya ile kazi ambayo mlitutuma. Na mimi ile kazi mpya ambayo nimebakisha kabla ya kwenda mbinguni ni kazi ya kushikanisha viongozi wote. Tuwafanyie kazi. Kwa hivyo jameni, tuendelee kushikana pamoja na tukue watu wa kufanya hesabu ya kupita. Na tuwe watu watulivu. Bishop, unajua wakati Samuel aliingia kwa nyumba ya Jesse, akamwekelea mafuta Daudi. Na kulikuwa na kiongozi alikuwa anaitwa Saul. Baada ya Daudi kumwagiliwa mafuta, mnajua alikojea miaka mingapi kati ya akuwe mfalme? Miaka 22. Na nyinyi miaka 2 mnashindwa kuvumilia.
Should Raila Odinga fail to clinch the African Union seats, I'm sure he will get back to the country to challenge President William Ruto on issues such as the cost of living. He will not tire or rest, I believe. In fact, he will run for president come 2027, and William Ruto's stringent economic policies will be his main weapon of battle in the forthcoming general elections. So it is not surprising that the other day government spokesperson, Senator Dr. Isaac Mwaura, delivered a comprehensive statement on the purported reduction in the cost of living. Now, this attracted a lot of criticism from Kenyans in social media. Dr. Isaac Mwaura attempted to convince Kenyans that the cost of living has gone downward. This was met with a lot of resistance. The question arises why somebody would attempt to convince the country that the cost of living has gone down. It is the responsibility of the citizens to judge their government. It is the responsibility of Kenyans to tell their government that, okay, life is better than it was 2 years ago. It is not the government's responsibility to force it upon Kenyans that life has changed. The only reason why the government of Kenya is persuading her citizens to accept what has not changed is because the government wants to shape public opinion and thus pave the way for Raila Odinga's national rejection when he eventually loses the African Union seat. If you ask me, I will tell you that the government should just do its job and let the citizens decide whether their lives have improved or not. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching for the first time, please go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that YouTube can notify you when I upload fresh and informative content such as this. Also, don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below so that I can also have an idea of what your thoughts and opinions about this entire matter is. Cheers.